my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coats. Oh no, I can't be.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded at the goal line. And an alley to run. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 35. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dontrell Hilliard. 35 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. On first down, Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, Dobbins. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. A quick throw here out to Brown. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Well, this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Hurry! Regular!
On 3rd down, Hilliard, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect the pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. A toss play to Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Look at the big man rumble. 20, 10, 5, and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
San Francisco.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dobbins. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Undercut.
They run the counter. Dobbins. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there. A big game.
Now Mariota towards the end zone and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 32 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You better be. King. You better be. Hurry.
Mayfield to throw it. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 48-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Yeah. Right there. 54.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hey! Block 54. 3 buzz.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
At the 49ers 16-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Call it a gain of a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Alert! Smooth!
Play fake. Mayfield. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
I'm coming after you. What? One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Mariota. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mariota toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throws right side, and that's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Mariota. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mariota on first down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On second down, Mariota again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1.
3rd and long.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Motion. One.
Working out of the gun, Mariota into double coverage, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Mike 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 46.
Wide, get wide. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Regular.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And now offensively it's third and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Run. Pick it up.
On third down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. First down, Mariota. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Brown, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 48-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Set. 180. Mike 54. Coming to you. Coming to you.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard. And he'll get this down only to the 18. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3. And 6.
5. 55. Mark, 55.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
6-yard pickup brings up
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw Mariota. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Throwing is Mariota. I tell you, they didn't give it to... But that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Hollywood Marquise Brown with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run it again with Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hilliard. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run. Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now, a huge 3rd down conversion. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Switch it. Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49ers' 29-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Mayfield being chased out left, and that will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And 7 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Now Mariota And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be out right at the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route?
No.
That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Brown in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The Cleveland offense ready to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for two to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Here's Chubb to try to run it in, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
180. Check. Watch the before. Watch the slap.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Tonight,
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Cleveland, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.